Welcome to the Collaborative Cinch, where we break down larger topics into easy to understand bites. Hi, I'm Katie Swanson, founder of Change Collaborative. We bring a corporate level business planning and analysis function on a fractional basis to startups, high growth companies, and companies looking to exit in 3 to 5 years with actual or projected annual revenue of 2 to 20 million. These topics and strategies are designed to inform, inspire, and ignite change in your business and life. So here we go. The strategy that you want to have if you're eligible for the employee retention credit and you have a PPP loan in order to maximize the payroll available to you with the employee retention credit. So we're going to go to an Excel spreadsheet again. Hang on while I maneuver around all the screens that I have open. Okay, so we have a case example here of a company that received a PPP loan of around $64,000, a little bit less. So their 60% payroll, 40% other qualifying expenses split is here. So we want payroll to be no more than around $38,000. So we maximize our 40% other qualifying expenses. So in this spreadsheet, so in this example, the PPP loan was funded on April 17th. So I have kind of scheduled out each week here so that I know when I reach my loan amount and when I maximize my 40% other qualifying expenses. So all I've done here is gone through and scheduled out my expenses by week for these non-payroll qualifying expenses. And I have them totaled for the week here. And then I have a cumulative running total in this column. Then I have my payroll that I'm paying each week is scheduled out here. And I have a cumulative payroll column here. And then I've totaled both of those by week so that, and I have a cumulative total of those in this column. And I'm running that cumulative total so I know when I reach kind of my thresholds. So, we need to spend 100% of our loan on qualifying expenses. So when do we get there? Well, it's highlighted here, and this is week 8. So our covered period, again, we can choose any period between 8 and 24 weeks. So by week 8, I've spent all of my PPP loan on qualifying expenses. And that is essentially split between 45,000 of payroll and 18,000 of other qualifying expenses. But if we remember, we want to maximize this 40% of other qualifying expenses. So we maximize the payroll that's available for the employee retention credit if we qualify for that. And we're not there yet. By the time we reach week 8, we're not there. So we need to figure out what week do we reach that threshold, and that's really what we want our covered period to be. So in this schedule, if I follow my cumulative qualifying expenses down, again, we want to be at this $25,000 threshold. We reached that in week 11. So if we had chosen an 8-week covered period, right? Like if we didn't have this all figured out and scheduled out and known that we needed to strategize on maximizing our 40% other qualifying expenses, and we just chose an 8-week covered period because, hey, we spent 100% of our funds. We've spent at least 60% of it on payroll, right? So you'd have 100% forgiveness. But the thing is, you're missing out on payroll that you could use for ERC if you're eligible for that. And the impact to that then for you could be, so there's about a $7,000 difference in payroll from week 8. There's about a $7,000 difference that you would have included in your PPP forgiveness application as qualifying payroll expenses that could have been used as qualifying wages in your employee retention credit. So if you maybe you included $7,000 more than you should have in your PPP forgiveness for payroll, the impact of that to you for 2020 is a $3,500 employee retention credit. So that's why you really need to coordinate your PPP forgiveness application with your ERC understand what, maximize your 40% other qualifying expenses so that you can maximize your payroll available to you for ERC. Thank you for watching the Collaborative Cinch. If you want this content directly to your inbox, please sign up for our newsletter by going to our website, www.changecollaborative.co, and registering. If you need help with this topic or any other topic we have covered, please complete the Contact Us form on our website for a free one-time 15-minute consultation. We look forward to seeing you next time for another Collaborative Cinch.